Sometimes I wish I was more into bicycles, or at least into bicycles to begin with. It's just such a fun way to get around. I saw this chart once of the most efficient expenditures of energy, like how much energy you use compared to how much distance you go. And the most efficient expenditure of energy, like the most efficient animal or being, is a human with a bicycle. So bikes are great. But I haven't ridden a bike in probably like a decade. Just one of those things, especially where I live. I live in LA, and if you're riding a bike, you might as well just hang it up. People don't really like cyclists because they think they're cars. When I was a little kid, my first interaction with a bike, where I first learned how to cycle, is that what we're calling it? Bicycle? Bicycle. Was on this pink bike that my mom bought. I don't know what she got a pink bike. So this was a bike that me and my cousin used, but she bought it for me. But it's legit a pink bike. Um, as a young man, this was weird, but I didn't care too deeply about it, so I just used it, and that's how I learned how to cycle. I didn't really have the two little wheels on the side to help you learn how to ride a bike. I just raw dogged a regular bike. Now that I'm thinking about it, my mom also bought us pink roller skates, but we never had the easy one where it's the four wheels side by side. We just had the adult ones, the pro ones. And as much as I wanted to learn how to use them, it was kind of hard. And by then, it wasn't cool to use roller skates, so I gave up on that. I also tried to learn how to use a skateboard. I learned how to stay on it and how to go on a straight line, but I guess I didn't have the interest in developing the balance to stay on a skateboard for long enough to do something interesting on it. So I just gave that up too. Wasn't the first bike the one with the really big wheel and the small wheel in the back? How was that the first attempt at making a bicycle? I don't know anything about the history of bicycles, but do you think they just started with the massive wheel and then they slowly made it smaller until we got two same size wheels? Or did they go huge with the front wheel and then make it all the way small until it was also a tiny wheel? And then they were like, these two wheels are too small. Let's make them both bigger. And then we got the bicycle of today. I did read somewhere that the Wright brothers were massively inspired by the modern bicycle. When the modern bicycle was released, as in two same-sized wheels, they were so impressed by it, and they were so into the idea of two same-sized wheels carrying a person through the streets that they started a bicycle shop. Am I getting that right? And it was through the earnings of this bicycle shop that they actually built their flying machines, eventually securing the very first airplane. Do you think we're done with alternative modes of transportation? Well, rudimentary alternative modes of transportation. Do you think we've invented them all? Like we got the bicycle, the skateboard, the roller skates or roller blades. What else? I guess the surfboard. But is that it? So we go from no wheels to two wheels to four wheels. So if we do invent another alternative mode of transportation, is it going to have eight wheels? Or is it one of those hot dog is a sandwich type situations where any two alternative mode of transportation is going to be a bike and any four-wheel alternative mode of transportation is going to be a skateboard? I will say I am a big fan of the electric bike. My least favorite part about bikes has always been the pedaling part, but then, which I guess would push me all the way out to motorcycles. But then I don't like the whole fanfare of having and maintaining and using a motorcycle. I think that's just too much. So electric bikes are, I think, perfect. Regardless, I don't think I'm much compelled to use a bike nowadays. I much prefer honking at cyclists on the road than being one of them. I just don't like their demeanor.